Hello. Yay. Happy Thursday. Happy new moon in Leo. Happy birthday to all the Leos for this next juncture until Virgo. But yeah, with the new moon today, if everybody sets, if we do our intention setting and possibly is possible that by the full moon on August 9th, that's coming in Aquarius, we will have something that we want. Hi, everyone. Hey, Vic. Hi, Heather. Stephen. Hey, Tish. Hello. Yay. I'm so glad you guys made it here. And I already have 20. Let's see. Do I have? Well, thank you to new members, Laura and Katie. Hello. Hi. So other than that, I have 18 questions here. So I won't be adding any more. I get the questions from the post section when I put up the post on the weekend before. So since Saturday, I've had the and sorry, I mashed. I had an accident with the box cutter and had to like wrap it around so that my thumb doesn't bend. But so yeah. Anyway, with the questions here, I can't add any more because there's already 18. But if you want a question in for next week, you can email it to me. You can drop it under any of the videos and say, hey, for Thursday. Or maybe I can do it, if I haven't already done it, over my table. So, if you have questions, extra questions, it's probably better to, email them. Now, Rose Blue, I saw yours, and I already do have that question in from someone else. So we'll get to that. But hi, Nicole. Hey, Cindy. Hi, Debbie. Yes, good morning. Hi, Sandy. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it Sandy? Yeah, Sandy. I love the way you spell your name, though. Oh, yeah. And happy birthday, Rose Blue's dad. Awesome. He's 90 tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Oh, yay. A Leo with also Pluto and Leo, I'm sure. That's fantastic. Yeah, it sucks. Oh my God, you got 11 oh. Yeah, it was my lesson to keep the damn blade, because it slipped off the box because, and it was so ironic because I had just taken off I did a bunch of batch cooking yesterday and was chopping up all kinds of stuff with like those gloves that you can't cut through. And of course I had just taken them off and then got a package off the porch. So yeah, you got to keep the box cutter blade sharp. Otherwise they can flip around on you. Hello to Edmonton, Kathleen. Hello. Hi, Anne. Hi, Kay. Yeah, Kay's here too. Carola. Hi there. So, okay. And Mark. Hey, Mark. Yeah, the health readings on the Deplorable Donnie. That's a good name for him. Deplorable Donnie 2 dolls. That's perfect. Hi, Deborah. I'm glad you made it. So, okay, let me get over here to the questions. So I have a few of my own I popped in, and this is one of them. And so we all know that, well, in case you guys have just been working all week and haven't been able to keep up with the news, which I totally understand. Little elf on the shelf, little Mikey Johnson, just pulled a big one and said, okay, well, we're off. We're off until, I guess, for 6 weeks. They're off. They're doing their summer break thing. And he did that so to not have to bring a vote to the floor, because the Democrats were wanting, and they did get something passed even when he left, but the Democrats were wanting to force, and they had 2 or 3 or more. I think it was 3, at least 2 for sure. Republicans who sided with them and said, yeah, let's bring a vote to the floor to release all of the Epstein files with only the redactions that were needed for, to protect the innocent. So there's that. And yeah, I think that might have been the only reason that he did it. But I want to find out, I guess I'll just use my yes or no deck. Will the GOP eventually, he can wait. I mean, this Epstein thing is not going away. So yeah, you can wait till September. That's fine. But will the GOP eventually get fed up enough with him? Because he's got his little elfie head so far up Trump's ass, he can't even. He can't even. Will he? Yeah, he is. That's right. Hippie soul Mike Johnson is a lying weasel. Oh, a boatload in the title to cover? You mean in the, yeah, I know. And there's more than just that's in the title of the, what we're going to look at today. You guys had a lot of really good questions. So again, if you're just now getting in, I only take the questions from the post section when I post that on the weekends. So, just make sure that you're subscribed with the all button, clicked. And then you should get my, feed from the posts that come through. Hi, Desiree. Hey, Charles. Elf on the shelf with a brown nose. Yep. Hey, Mimi. Okay, but will the GOP eventually bring a vote of no confidence against Mikey Johnson and remove him? Because they could, all this stuff with Trump, there's no reason for them to, here's their get out. Here's their opportunity to back away from him. Now, we know 147 of them voted to overturn the election. Hi, Christy. And, here's another. Thank you, Durham. You're so sweet. Oh, yeah, I know. Darn thumb. And I have to have it. I got to have wrapped it. It just cut the sideways part of it, but it when I bend my thumb, it opens it up again. So I did a, what do they call those things? Steri strip, wrapped it all around. But I kept having to put more and more bandage on it to pad it because I keep hitting it. Yeah, I saw that, Foggy, about Hulk Hogan. Yeah. Okay. Will the GOP just make everything stop and bring a vote of no confidence against Mikey Johnson? Hi, Aki. How you doing? Hey, Debbie. Oh, you just got the notification. Dang it. Right, Diana. Ozzy. I know. I have a question about him in here, too. Yeah. Oh, Chrissy. Yeah, I know what you mean. Domestic Goddess Day, right? Oh, okay. Will they bring a vote eventually against Mikey Johnson and get him out of there as House Speaker? Yes. If I keep going, yes. Right on. Okay. I don't know when, but eventually it'll probably be over this Epstein thing. Yeah, we do take longer to heal. Boy, that is the truth. Well, I only did it yesterday, but you're right, Charles. You're absolutely right. Okay. Oh, and I forgot to, hold on. I have to do my own timestamps here. Oh, and I forgot there was another one before that. 9. So I'm going to put it at it was maybe 9:20, something like that. Okay. Someone had a question that they popped in early when I posted that's another way to sneak the question in. Just put it in here when I first get the schedule, the schedule in. or get the live stream scheduled. So, okay. She was wondering about, hold on, it should be over here. You know what? I starred her question. Let's see. Here it is. Hamsutu, I think. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Zelensky, she's wondering about the safety of Zelensky. So at about 10:30, okay, there we are. How's Zelensky going to do in the future? Is he safe? He's always seemed to have a lot of protection around him every time I've looked in before, but let's see. How's he doing now? I think she had another comment in there about maybe something some other readers had gotten or her own guidance. I can't remember. Okay. Zelensky. Vladimir Zelensky. Okay. Well, he has a lot of faith, but he is under a lot of burden. But this is like his life path. This is his cross to bear. This is something that he didn't know he was signing up for when he came in. You know, like it works that way for a lot of us, right? So there's that. But this is a card of safety and protection because of his pure soul. And the key is, the solution for him is that he keeps moving around. He has a flow of support and safety. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. I mean, just keep sending him. The way to support him in this situation would be to just keep affirming that he is safe and protected, and there are all these people who just keep taking him in and hiding him wherever he needs to be hidden, whenever he goes somewhere. So, okay. That was a great question. Let's see this one. And then, here we go. I had this other one. So Todd Blanche is visiting Ghislaine today in the prison in Florida that she's in. So I want to know, wait, is this even the right deck? Actually, yeah, I'll stick with this one. I want to know how's it going to go for him? How will it go for her? So at about 13, okay, there we go. How will it go for Ghislaine? What will she do? I mean, you know, she pretty much just has two choices in this whole thing, right? When she gets her subpoena, she can plead the fifth when she appears, or she can give something up, but she's been proven to not be a credible witness because all she does is lie. And we know she wants a pardon from Trump, right? We know that's what she's going for. Yeah. Yeah, of course there'd be major backlash, hippie soul, if he tries to pardon her. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, come on. He's already pardoned all the J6ers, right? But now, see, this is the thing I love about the way the universe works, is that the truth always comes out. It takes time. It takes so much time. And sometimes we don't even get to it in one lifetime. We don't have the opportunities to experience the karma. But those karmic laws are wide and variable, and it's all about the law of cause and effect. So, you know, he's probably reaping a lot of what karma he had in his past lifetime and the ones prior to that. For Trump, that would be Trump. And the same thing with what's her face. That the mice just flipped out. So yeah, that's lying. cheating, lying. But let me focus back here with, you guys didn't come here for a spiritual lesson. Read the damn cards. Where's Connie? Throw the bones. Connie Brown, are you here? Oh, goodness. So, how is this going to go with Todd Blanche? How will Ghislaine respond to him? And we know he's Trump's personal attorney. Like, is there a little conflict of interest going on there? Okay, right here. Yeah, I think she's going to keep her trap shut. The way it's going to go for him is I don't think he's going to get anything from her. I think, oh, here she came through. I think she has friends in high, I don't know about high places. I shouldn't say that, but foreign places. I think she knows how to take action and work him. Let's see. So with the coffin, it's just like I really feel like she's just going to keep her trap shut. Now, a new request for the pardon. Get me out of here. That's her goal. And that's what she's going to say to him. And then, how will it go for her? Is she going to eventually get a pardon? How's this all going to play out for her? Right, Nancy, living co-creator? She is so evil. She absolutely abused girls. She kind of mastered, but she was just like more than the pimp. She was the groomer. She was the, I mean, can you imagine? Like, some of these young girls lost their parents, or had an alcoholic mother or whatever, and she comes in pretending she's the friend and the mother figure to these teenage girls. Okay, so how's this going to go for Ghislaine? And I won't put a time limit on it. How is this going to go for her if we keep going forward in time? How is this going to go for her? I think I'll use a kipper as well. I'll take it through later, further out with a kipper. But how's this particular, up through to the subpoena probably would be the best way to look at it. How's this going to go for Ghislaine? Right there, okay. Well, I mean, she's got some safety and security in the prison that she's in. This would be the public. Here she is. She's looking forward to hiding and a lot of murkiness and, yeah. She's seen by the public, because it's the public, then her. She's seen by the public as being really dark, just really, really dark. And it might be that with the full moon that's coming up in Aquarius, I forget what sign. Oh, she's a Capricorn anyway. And I don't know that we have her birth time, but anyhow. Oh my goodness. Curious Barb, thank you so much. Thank you for that. Oh my goodness. You see why I don't put mid-rolls. I don't put ads in the middle because I trust you guys for things like this. Thank you so very much. So anyway, I'm thinking maybe by the full moon, we get some kind of information dribbling out, but this is also her reputation. So if we look at a person's reputation, we're wanting a character reference with the Lennies, and you get the clouds next to the moon. Reputation is dark. She's the darkest player. And she's running into a really, really big obstacle. So, okay. She's hard to get around. The mountain can take years to get around. So let me use the Kipper real quick and see. Long term, how's it going to go? Is Trump going to pardon her? Is she going to be free? Is she ever going to be pardoned? I mean, talk about admitting guilt, right? If he pardons her, that's his guilt. And everybody's, even the QAnon shaman is against him at this point. And who was the other guy? I mean, they're all against him by this point. Right, Foggy? The mountain. The mountain is shit for her. Oh. Yeah. Right, NR. How would Maxwell secure a pardon with felon 45 if the guy can face plant at any time? Yeah, there you go. Well, he could just let her go at any time right away, but she's safer in prison. She might know that as well. Okay, so is she going to get a pardon from him, or is she going to be free? What is her future? Is she going to do her whole 20 years, or 15, or 10, or I don't know. Let's see. Foggy took the words. Yeah, you. I know where you were coming from there. Oh, yes, Taurus 16. She's so evil. Okay, right there. Yeah. So she really, really wants freedom. She's helpless. And maybe when it comes to timing with this card, it could be 2 to 3 weeks. It could be 2 to 3 months. But if we keep going forward in time, I don't think this is her. This is somebody that holds some confidence for her, because she'd be the main lady if her card comes through. But whomever this person is could level Ghislaine, because she worked with her. And it may very well be that over time, as time goes by, this card can take it's usually like 6 months, things go back and forth over time and develop. But it can also be that when it comes to timing, 6 months to 2 years from now. And then this would be Trump. And then here she is, and she's not getting what she wants. I don't think I think her demand is a pardon, but I don't think she's going to get it. Let's see what else. Let's see, because if I look at her card here and look at, so it was his card first behind her. Actually, all these other cards were behind her. Yeah, over time. Yeah, I don't think she's going to really be getting out. But in the future, got this. I don't know who this mature man is. It could just be somebody that works for Trump. Oh, it's someone in her inner circle. That maybe tries to come in and get something going, but it's a distraction, and I don't see her getting out, because we still have, she's looking forward. She can look forward to, this could be Todd Blanche, because he was in Trump's inner circle as his attorney. And yeah, that makes sense, right? If we just look at those three together, that makes sense. And then Foggy, thank you so much. With the thievery, it's Todd Blanche is the distraction that's going in trying to do some things for Trump, but this is in her future. I don't see her getting out. Yeah. We've got the wheel of the karma, all of that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know. And there's information about her brother. I do have a question about that too, somewhere in here. Okay, here's another one, and it is 2510. This one, Ghislaine's going to be deposed August 11th. Yeah, got that. We talked about that already. Will she plead the 5th? It didn't look like it to me, but let's actually, let me use the tarot. And I won't, I don't care whether I've got reversed or not. I'll just read it however it comes. Actually, here, I'll just allow for reversals real quick. Will she plead the 5th? What effect will she have on Trump? Is she going to come out with something? See, she has to, don't you? I mean, can't we kind of just maybe even figure this out? What do you guys think? Doesn't it make sense that she wants to stay safe while she's in 1,000 victims? Oh my goodness, Nancy. Yeah. But doesn't it make sense that she wants to stay safe where she is in prison? But if she could get out and leave the country, I mean, it didn't look like with the Kipper cards like she's going to be leaving. But let's drill down into what will she be doing when she's deposed, or get what we can from the tarot, and what effect or even psychological affect will she have on Trump? What's she gonna do? How will it go for Trump? Okay, right there. Well, she's not in a strong position. She might even be physically, having trouble. She might be having physical weakness. But this is when it comes to speaking up. When we've got the either way, reversed or upright, you can see that someone's kind of closing the mouth there, right? So reversed, definitely that lion isn't, there we go, I'm trying to get the glare off. That lion isn't roaring. And then here she is with her ability to reason and, intelligently deduce like what to do. But she's got the Wheel of Fortune reversed, so she's stuck. She's not getting up and out there. Now, she has the big stick if she wants to use it. But when it comes to affecting Trump, like she could, and he could be trying to do this, hit her with a stick somehow. But this is one of my cards that I keep getting for Trump that indicates a grave illness, and that has to do with his lymphatic system. And I think he has prostate cancer, as well as, of course, we know congestive heart failure, but he's all backed up. So it's her with the big stick that could make his health even worse. And I know you guys I keep getting questions about, yeah, and here with him again, it's not legally not working out for him. Again, here's another cancer card when it comes to reversed. It could be hidden cancers, but he's just hiding it. And then he's just on drugs, and more drugs. Yeah. How's it going to affect him? Defeat, loss, people walking away from him. That's happening already. Okay. But yeah, you guys keep asking me, is she the woman that takes him down? Yeah, she definitely could be the one. But yeah, everything has been leading up to this, and you're so right. Stress can be fatal for a bad heart. Yes, Rose Blue and Aki, we want justice. Yep, we sure do. Okay, let me get over here And the next question at 29, I'm going to say 30 minutes in, is from Love Always Wins. Whew. Are we going to be stuck with Shady Vance as president? Let me get a yes or a no on this first. And then if it's a yes, I can look at how long. Right? Because what were you? Somebody called him Donnie Two Dolls. Mark, what did you call him? Donnie Two Dolls? Donnie something Two Dolls? If he croaks, yeah, and we know he will. It's just at some point. Hello, Yami. How are you? I know, Donna, but at some point, because would you rather have Mikey Johnson? Because that's the third in line. Logically, doesn't it make sense that when Trump, boom. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Thank you very, very much. Especially coming from one of my members. I so appreciate that. What a cute doggy you have. Oh, Rose Blue. That's right. Thank you. It was deplorable, Donnie Two Dolls. Yes. Oh, and Mark, you saw Ozzy at Black Sabbath in 1971. Yeah, and 10 years after. I saw him once when I was 13 too. It was at that auditorium in LA. I can't remember the name of it. I had a cool mom. She took me to see Jimi Hendrix when I was 13 and Ozzy Osbourne. And then she was like, no, I'm not doing that again. Get some friends to take you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Shady Vance, yes or no as president for any amount of time, except for, now, so far Trump has not been getting knocked out for the colonoscopies because he, didn't want to let go of control. He's been having them without anything. Yeah, it was cool. It was at the Anaheim Convention Center, Rose Blue. It was so cool. Oh, every time they came to Florida, you saw them? Yeah. Okay. Way to go, Raymond. So, are we going to be stuck with J.D. Vance? Yes or no? I've got the influx card. But then, if I keep going, if I push it, I've got no and no. So maybe something else. God, wouldn't that be so? I totally believe in miracles and the universe setting things up in a way that we're protected. That's so interesting. Wow. So if he's not going to be president, if J.D. Vance is not, let me see what's going to happen. Hold on. Let me use a kipper and see what's the turn of events. So this is going to be like the longest question ever, but I'm sure you won't mind. What? Right, Charles. I don't believe he's man enough to have a colonoscopy without being put under. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to add on. What's going to happen? All right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. The military has never done anything like that before. I don't think, Rose Blue. Diane, thank you so much. What a sweetheart. Thank you. I know it'd be great if they just all go down, right, Donna? I would love that. But let's see, what's going to happen? What the hell is going to happen? How's it going to go? I want to see it in order of the chain of events. Thank you very much. It's like, you're welcome. Okay. Kimberly, you're all bending your beginning empathic abilities. Those were my beginning. Mine years ago started that way. So I'm not beginning anything, but maybe you're talking about something else. I don't know. Okay. Chain of events. Well, he has an enemy. He has a dangerous enemy. Either in his clan, with his entire clan, and it could also be in the house. I think Marjorie Taylor Greene's a little older than this, but it could be someone younger, some younger women, and it could be a huge community of younger women that I would think that they're angry with, the whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing. But if it goes to the chain of events, it's the enemy within his own clan or in the house that comes out. A lot of women that are younger that want him just done. So he's going to, here's the dirt nap. And then maybe it's just a big old subpoena. This is our subpoena card in the Kipper that brings through important discovery. And I would think this would absolutely be, what's his name? JD, because he's definitely under 50, I think, right? Isn't he like pretty young? And there's some, but now it could also be some legal men, some attorneys who give new something new, like some new evidence. It could have to do with Ghislaine. There's that possibility. Or it could be, like I've gotten many times before, that Melania turns on Trump. And, well, yeah, because after that card, we've got the marriage card. Wow. I'm just wondering if we would ever know. And there's some people that are loyal, like some older people that are just loyal to Trump, and we're going to see that. But then there's his strategy. And I think a lot of, so this would be JD that wants to just get the hell out of Dodge. Wow. There's something with besides running away, there's something. I mean, this card's terrible here. This one, this is like the worst card in the deck, besides, the coffin. But then with the distant horizons, besides foreign countries, it's also about something a person wants and they want to get away. Doesn't mean that they will, because then I've got, some rules and regulations that stop him and his whole inner circle. So something's going to come out there, and there are tons of meetings, and they don't know what to do, and they're feeling kind of helpless. They're at a crisis with this card. This is a crisis, and then there's karma coming. Yeah, then we're gonna have to wait for it. Okay, we'll see. My goodness. All right, let me get back over here to all the really good questions you guys had. Okay, for a bit, off the political topic, but yeah, okay, so did Ozzy die by assisted suicide? Because he and Sharon had a plan. They did have a plan. So I'll just ask, like maybe it got too, because it was about if it got too painful, or if their brains couldn't function, and they would help each other. If there was like they didn't want to be hanging out forever with Alzheimer's or something like that. Okay. Did he die? Yes or no? Did he die by via assisted suicide? Assisted suicide. Yes. Yeah, I've got yes, 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 yes. Oh my goodness. There's like 5 of them that all lined up. 5 yeses. Okay. Yeah. So he must have been in a lot of pain, or something was going terribly south for him. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get the time on that one. Darn it. I'm just going to say 40, somewhere in there. I'll have to check it later. All right. Lucy Claire. Hi, sweetie. She's wondering to know about any thoughts about Epstein's attorney, Roy Black, dying suddenly. Okay. So I'll just ask for, let's see if I can get his cause of death. Roy Black. Roy Black, cause of death. I'm hearing natural causes, but not really natural. Okay. All right. Well, I've got the mountain. Now the mountain rules the head. So I wonder if he had a problem with his brain. Yeah, because I've got the clouds, and the tower is like being isolated, and maybe at a medical center, possibly, and with complications to the vitality of his health. So yeah, I'm not seeing, like, I would need. Let me see. The snake could, besides complications, this could be colon or prostate or bladder cancer, anything like that. But if it was something like, here, I'll show you the cards. This could be something undiagnosed with a fox, or it could be like somebody that snuck in and this would be like an assassin card. I didn't get that one. The other one would have been like the whip or the scythe. And I didn't get that one either. So, okay. I think it was natural. And I heard, kind of natural, but it's not so natural to just, to me, natural is like the way we all want to go. Just go to sleep and don't wake up. On this side, we wake up where we came from. Okay. So that, 43, let's say 44. This one is, will anyone ever have the courage to stand up to Lizard Eyes and tell him to his face? I'll go with yes or no first. Tell him to his face what he is and how the world sees him. If I get a yes, then I'll start looking for who that might be. Will anyone ever stand up to him? I have two no cards. Yeah. So, yeah. We couldn't get that close to him. Although I've heard that he answers his phone. Maybe we could call him, huh? Okay, CaliJenX at 4501. Can you please read on Scam Blondie's brother? Was he romantically linked to LinkedIn? Was he romantically linked? LinkedIn. Oh my God. Yeah, is it Mercury retrograde or what? Was he romantically linked to Ghislaine and also Epstein's Island? Okay, I don't know this guy's name. And then I have another question about him after. So let's look at that real quick. Let's see how you guys are doing. Aw, Kim, thank you so much for the super sticker. I so appreciate your generosity, you guys. I just love it. Thank you so much. Okay. So let's see. There we are. Yeah, GM Dave, that Hulk Hogan dude was a nasty man, wasn't he? Oh, Taurus, Mercury retrograde ends. Well, we have to, hold on, I have my notes over here. We have to get to, well, it ends August 11th, but we don't get out of the retro shade until August 25th. Yeah, has to get to 14 degrees of Leo where it started. Yeah, Kimberly, is that the truth? You can't miss anyone that you truly loved. That is so true. That heart connection is eternal. It really is. Okay. Scam Blondie's brother. So Pam Blondie's brother. What's the deal with him? Would they? Yeah, I feel the retrograde too, Catherine, even though I'm born, a third of us are born under Mercury retrograde. So usually a little harder for us to get our words out right, just naturally. But yeah, with Mercury retrograde, it's so easy to be misunderstood or leave out a word and, yeah. Okay. What's the deal with this guy? Was he linked to Ghislaine? What was the status of their relationship? Was there anything there? Because he was linked to her, he was probably linked to Epstein Island, but let's see. Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe he was just on the list. But maybe he did communicate, via email, text, or something like that. There's that possibility. And then we do have verbal communications here. That's interesting. With the bear, this would be maybe him feeling like he needed to protect himself from her, or maybe it was all about the money, protection kind of a thing. I think he probably wanted, though, to protect himself from the abuse. But then again, this is like flying and going somewhere. We don't have an airplane in this deck, but this would be it if we had one. Flying to a hidden, secret hidden place. He might have. Let me ask a yes or no with this. Was he actually romantically linked to her? And then I'll ask about the island. Was he romantically linked to her? Yeah, I've got a no on that one. Okay, let me ask from the other angle about the island. Was he Did he have anything? Did he ever go to Epstein Island? And was he one of the? Oh yeah, thank you, Sandy. That's right. Thumbs up. Thank you so much. I always forget to ask about that. Yeah, I did, Debbie. I saw that she was saying she has a torn cornea, right? No, I didn't talk about it, but I forgot until you just mentioned it. Yeah. Right. Rest in peace, Ozzy. Oh, goodness. Okay. So was her brother a part of the whole Epstein scandal thing? Oh, I've got a no on that one. Well, I could be wrong. But it does with these other cards. It looks like maybe there was some kind of talk, or maybe he just was on the list. But then, when I got that mountain, it could be something secret. But then I kept going. I was like, not so sure about that. The other cards didn't really. Yeah. So, okay. Let me get back over here. Thank you, CaliJenX476 for that. Yeah, CaliJenX476, she's the one that came up with Tweaker Taco. And Marilyn Monroe is, yeah, I do think that he was maybe on there. See, the list could just be because she was going after, she was actually going after, she had a huge contact list of anybody that seemed to have power, money or power, or connected to the arts or connected to younger girls, which of course, Trump's in there because of the whole this disgusting pageant, just awful. So I think I'll skip this one because I feel like we kind of already covered it. Okay, so the next one from Taurus, any chance Dump will resign like Nixon? Well, there's always a chance, but let's see, will he? Will he actually resign? He seems to be too stubborn and hell-bent, but let's see. Never know. Will he? Oh, let me get the time down here. 52. Okay. There we go. So will Dumpy resign like Nixon? Will he resign? Literally, will he resign? Will he get scared and resign? Yeah, I heard no. I've got no. Yeah. Let's ask, let's see, 5307. Will he run away? Will he run away? Will he run away to Dubai or Saudi Arabia, anywhere over there? Qatar. Will he run away? Will he actually get away, run away? Before he croaks. Before the dirt nap comes, will he run away? Ooh. Whoa. I've got a couple of yeses there. Well, if he doesn't, it looks like he at least has plans. Well. And then it's going to be like, where's Waldo? God. Just what we need if that happens. Okay. Josie is wondering, any chance of victims of, Donald John Trump or escapades coming forward with verifiable? So rather than any chance, let's ask, it will. Will there too. Okay. Oops. That goes there. I get the wrong time in the wrong spot. 54. I'm going to say 60. Okay. Will anyone come forward with verifiable testimony before September? Okay. I mean, many have already. We have that video of, I can't remember her name. There are so many of them. So sad. Will some more come forward? Will someone new come forward and say, hey, this happened to me? Will someone new come forward before September? We're putting quite a deadline on it, but that's okay. Will someone come forward by the end of August? No flipped out, but let me keep going. Just because I dropped the card sometimes doesn't mean anything other than I dropped it. Oh, I've got 2 yeses there. Well, that'll be fun, except for to have to hear what happened. But yeah, we need that. Excellent. Okay. So the next one, we are at 56. Okay. Good boy, bupbup. Bank lobbyists are pushing for ending safeguards for depositors like the FDIC. Will they succeed? Okay. Will they succeed? Will the bank lobbyists succeed in removing the FDIC? And removing the safeguards of the FDIC. Will they get rid of the FDIC or remove the safeguards? There we go. Oh my goodness. I've got how many yes cards all lined up here? Crap. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Will they succeed? Will they actually succeed? I mean, because that has to go through Congress. Will they succeed? Will Congress allow this to go through? Seems highly unlikely. What do I know? Well, I've got that it's in flux. Okay. So how about I'll do it this way? Is our money safe? I'll put it out to, is our money safe in the banks to the end of 2025? Let's do it that way. I guess you could have, I guess you could put it in different accounts, but then it doesn't earn as much interest that way. My goodness. You guys know anything about this? Let me get back over here. Hey, Jeff, how are you? Okay. Yeah, Congress has been useless, haven't they? If you saw, that's so true. Okay, so, yeah, if they actually do it and it passes through, we'd have to pull our money out because they're, we're letting them use our money in our savings, pretty much, right? To reinvest, to try and make money so they can pay us interest and all of that. Otherwise, why would we don't? Okay. is our money safe in our banks until the end? Let's put that at 59.45. To the end of the year. Actual cash money, not crypto, not actual money. Oh, I've got yes, yes, yes. I've got 4 yeses. Okay. So we're safe to the end of the year. Yeah, right, Jim Dave. Why is it called the Federal Reserve, right? You trust cannabis and gold. Yeah, pushing to go crypto, maybe, Foggy. Yeah, that might be what they try. But you're welcome, Carola. Or Carola, probably. I'm sorry. Right, Old Silver. How many times have we bailed them out? Yeah. I'm not taking any extra questions, Sherry, but if you want to save it and post it in a cut and paste it from here and put it in that's the state lawyers of the B-Day book. Yeah. I can do a reading over my table. If you send me that question later, I'm just not adding any extra questions today because I had so many. And when I post in the, in the post section for questions, that's where you put them in. Okay, so let's get to the next one. Yeah, I still have quite a few left. Grateful Nana, what's Roger Stone up to? Okay. She's a fellow light reader. I'm a fellow light reader, and his vibration has come up many times as she reads on New York. Okay. What is Roger Stone up to? He's knucking futs, for sure. I get that. Dude is insane in the membrane. Okay, Roger Stone. Ugh. He's all out of room for tattoos. That Nixon tattoo on his back. Ugh. What's he up to? What is he up to? Come on. There we go. What is he up to? He's the most disgusting. I swear, he's just about as bad as Steve Bannon, or maybe more. Right there. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's following the news. He gets out and walks. He does his thing. He travels. He's a part of a good old boys club. But then for anything like major new to come in good for him, or playfulness or happiness or innocence, he's in a huge, conflict. He might be having trouble with backing Trump. Here's my 45 card. But also, this could be an inner conflict within himself. This is like the 5 of Swords, right? Defeat, loss, or you got to battle through something. And he might be having a hard time with his health. There's that possibility there. But he's always going to just, take advantage of opportunities. He's at a crossroads with needing to make decisions. He might be thinking about the next election. This is him. Okay. This could be like, him being in social media, or his interactions with the public. Is what it is, actually. And he's using really sharp, terrible language. the message that he puts out is like really, sharp and dangerous, but also he has heart problems and he's headed towards the dirt nap. Okay. Good enough for me. I hope I got the time. I might not. I think I might have missed the timestamp on that one. Let me just put 10 4 ? Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. Elizabeth is wondering how's President Biden's health currently? Okay. How are you doing, Joe? I feel like he's being taken good care of. Yeah, I'm getting chills. He's following doctor's orders is what I was hearing. Taking good care of himself. Of course, Dr. Jill's taking good care of him too. Okay, but how's he doing currently? Yeah, here's the doctor's orders, prescriptions, at home. He's doing okay at home. He's getting out in nature and interacting as much as he can. He is recovering somewhat. He might be using a lot of alternative medicine. He's active. He's the flow, it looks like the flow is going, but then again, there's still something kind of hidden, and it's like it's in there, it's in there. But he has very loyal. This is my card for doctors and nurses and spirit guides. He's got the loyal help around him. But it's painful. This is a painful card. And here's Dr. Jill, and here's the prostate cancer card. And his soul is purifying in a way that is helping the process while he's here and minimizing. They're doing really well minimizing the spread of the prostate cancer, and he has a specialist that is really helping him a lot with the flow. But yeah, I don't know if it's going to be like this full moon, but this would be our full moon card. So when he actually goes, I think it's going to be on a full moon because the next card is his card. It could be, doesn't have to be that it's like right away, but when he does go, I think it'll be on a full moon. Yeah. He's headed towards his Uranus return that we all have at 84, which is like, that would be a really beautiful time to go, if you get to pick. Oh, anyway, okay, let me get to the next one here. Okay, Jim Jordan at 10990. Okay. How's it going to go for Jim Jordan? Use a kipper because, legal purposes. It's good for that. Jim Jordan. Oops. Get back over here too and check in on you guys. Hi, Susan. Susan Weinberg's here. Hello. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Catherine, for reminding everyone. Thumbs up. It really does help. It helps a lot. And it also helps after the live stream ends, all the comments that you put in. Even if you drop me a poop emoji, I'll know that you're just joking. Oh, okay, so yeah, that's right, Jeffro. Weasel Jordan. Wrestling Weasel Jordan. Jim Jordan. Yeah, I read on him years and years ago when the news first came out. I was like, he likes to watch. He's a creep. Okay. Jim Jordan. What is coming up in his future? Yeah, definitely, Maureen. I hear you. Definitely. Ugh. He'll make anybody nauseated. Okay. Thank you, Catherine. April. That's great. Oh, goodness. Okay. I'm getting poop emojis. Thank you, Catswog. I'm happy to be here. Jimbo, what's going on? Okay. Well, his loyalty within his clan is not going to go so well because his reputation will be, things are going to come out in discovery during judicial process and trials. If a trial comes up, I thought there was one before, but maybe there'll be something else. And we'll see that like he distracted away from the judicial discovery's work. Yeah, man. And that he actually had meetings with some of these younger people, you know who I'm talking about. There's evidence that can put him away. If it's not an actual imprisonment, this would be a restriction, maybe from him being in a political position again. And then he just kind of goes away. I don't know, maybe something levels him, haunts him all his life. I like that imprisonment card, though, whether it's restriction or not. It's a bad card to get. Yeah. Right, Maureen? I love that too. President Obama's living rent-free in the orange turd's head. I hear you, Sherry. You're absolutely right about Jim Jordan. Okay, let's see. Let me get, the benefit of a gerrymandered district, right, Connie? Oh, okay, let me get over here. And let's see, the next question, just have two more. What's Leon doing besides a lot of drugs? Okay, Leon, let me use this deck here. I had a dream message. You know how you get messages like that first thing when you wake up? That he would be ODing at some point. This card fell out. Yeah, he's in pain. But let's see, what's he doing? How's he doing? What's he doing? What's going on with him? But then he also has like an undiagnosed heart problem. That was what came through in the dream. He was going out. He would OD and heart, probably due to his ketamine addiction. But okay, what's What's in his future? What's he doing? That's his future. Oh, I got to write down the time here. 1:14. Okay. Leon, or Fleon, as Libby calls him, over at Meister Tarot. How's he doing? What's he doing? Right there. Well, his social media pressure, he's always interacting on his, X social media platform. This is him. Maybe some recovery, but this would be him inviting maybe more independent people. Always looking for more women. When it comes to his health, I don't know. I mean, I think he's resting a lot, just hanging out, trying to take care of himself. But we're gonna see him in his high position. Actually, what's he doing? You know what he's doing? He's looking for a higher position. This is my Putin card. But I'm not so sure that Putin's still alive. So this would be all the other oligarchs, around the world. But he's always looking to put his Starlink, satellites all over the world, right? And there's his NASA contract and all that other stuff. But what's in his future? If I looked at it from a different angle and left Putin totally out, we're going to see him in his high position as being, and him in his actually isolation in his high position as being something short term, because the next card is his heart problem and the dirt nap card, just like I got in the dream. So that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Yeah. And if I kept going, it looks like Starlink. Wow. So something to do with commitments that don't go well because of things that he has stolen in the past. I guess that might be the election. Here's this, because this is a star. This would be the Starlink card. And then betrayal. Betrayal by other predators. I don't know. I kind of think some things are going to be coming out eventually. Maybe he's going to spill the beans himself. I think I've gotten that before. I know I have an Elon playlist if you want to look in there and see what else. Because this one was more just focused in on what he's doing now. But great question. Thank you for that, Revolution. Okay, Sandy. Hey. Oh, okay. Virginia Giuffre. Did she commit suicide or was she actually murdered? Let me get back over here with you guys. Hi, Lena from Sweden. Oh my goodness. I love getting comments from other countries. Okay, so Virginia. Yeah, my God. I mean, she fought so hard and she was so successful. Oh, Carmen. Carmen says Europe is working on a replacement for Starlink. Very good. Yeah. Who wants any part of that? Especially when it's not trustworthy. If your internet service provider isn't trustworthy, because the guy's just a douchebag, right? I better get the timestamp in here. 1:19. There we go. Okay. Yeah, can we all go move in with Lena? Oh my goodness. Thank you, Eva. Eva? It's probably Eva. Eva J's Mystical Messages. Hello. Hi. from Germany. Excellent. Okay, Virginia. Oh, you can tell I don't want to go there. Virginia Giuffre. What happened to her? What happened? Hello, in the zone. Hello. Virginia, what happened? Okay. Oh, all right. Here she is. She was ill. Some news came in that just kind of rocked her world. And this is the suicide card in the deck. So yeah, she did. I think she did. It could be that she was feeling helpless. Maybe the reason for the suicide was feeling hopeless and helpless and tired of waiting. And maybe there was something that somebody else gave that had her worrying for her safety when it came to legal things, legalities, and all of that. Then again, maybe it was somebody who was like an official kind of authority, in her life, in her inner circle. Somebody she met with all the time, and someone who betrayed her. And she just couldn't take it anymore. Oh my goodness. Roxana, I already read on that. So you'll have to just start from the beginning or wait till I get the timestamps in. But we had tons of really, really good questions about that. So, oops, got that. Okay. Thank you so much again, you guys, for all the donations. I'm just I feel like it's my birthday. Thank you. Okay, so now I know I had in here a starred. Well, here, I'll just put it in real quick. Let's do some cards for us. Oops. Us all. There we go. All right. And so this will be one. Oh my goodness, we went so late today. Sorry. 12220. Cards for us all. Let me use the Lights Years Tarot. What do we need to know? This is Thursday. If we can even just get through the weekend. I mean, first of all, it's the new moon today, so set your intentions and feel it in your heart. If we want to effectively pray, we don't go, I want, please. We don't do that. We go, thank you. And you feel yourself already having it. Sit in that place of already having it, whatever it is. How about world peace? Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the thing in. Hold on. Cards for us all. There we go. God. Okay. Put it in and didn't post it. Have you guys ever done that? Like you thought you commented and you forgot to hit the arrow? I've done that so many times. It's still sitting there. Or YouTube messes up and puts it in twice. Okay, what do we need to know? What would be the most helpful for us? Right there. Ooh, okay. One step at a time. Take your shoes off and walk in the grass. If you have a horse, take really good care of it. But one step at a time. Just do a good job with what you have in front of you and be patient with yourself. And then if any low self-esteem or any old baggage comes up, just remember, pick your head up, grab that key right there, open a new door, right? Just close that old door and open a new one, because you don't need to be in that place of I'm not good enough, or I'm too much, or I don't have any power, or just, and especially if you're going through a health problem, it's really hard to when you're not feeling good physically, it's really hard to stay positive. But the cards are saying to stay positive and to go to that happy place. Maybe get out if you can, especially if you're sick, you can't really, but you could have a party in your house somehow for yourself. This is all about having fun and celebrating, and focus in on, like I was saying before, already having, like this dude, the King and the Queen of Pentacles, they already have it. And when it comes to health or anything in the physical realm, this guy knows like how to have it. And you do too. To remember that. You do too. And then free yourself. You just, all your wishes are fulfilled, and that buried treasure down there that you've been wishing for, it's inside of you. That's why all that light is coming out from the core star there. You already have it within you. That's it. You already have it. Okay. Right, Foggy, that's a good point right there. It's hard for many when our leaders are saying a lot of people are bad for many bad reasons, but yeah. We got to keep our chins and elbows up. Yes. With Canada. Absolutely. Oh, Catherine, you're having a party with your cats, and they know when you're having a sick day. Yeah, they do. Thank you so much, you guys. Big hugs. Big hugs. Take good care. Bye.